Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Word of Wisdom, aka Word of Wisdom, and welcome back to another random video. So today I have something I really want to talk about because of today. I was just talking with a friend of mine. We had a class today, it was mandatory. If you don't attend it, you can't actually take the exam. And afterwards, I have no idea how we actually got into that conversation, but we were talking about having friends, etc. And this guy is claiming he has 50 plus friends. First of all, I don't believe that. You can't have 50 plus friends. Most of them, your actual friends, I don't think you have more than 10 at most. If you're really social, if you really have good connections, then you have 10 really good friends. Other than that, if you're claiming to have 50 friends, you're just trying to prove something to basically anyone. You're just trying to brag about how many people you know, and I'm not buying that shit. You can't have 50 friends. There's no one in the world who has the time to fucking have 50 friends and just hang out with all of them. So that's fucking bullshit. But okay, I wasn't gonna attack this guy. But it got me thinking. It really got me thinking. Why do people care about having friends? Having friends, obviously, it's a great thing. You basically have people you can chill with, you can connect with, you can talk about the shitty things in life, etc., etc. Just those kinds of people, and you can have a good time with them, etc., etc. That's kind of why you have friends. But I was just thinking, why are people insulting others for not having as many friends? For example, someone that has 10 really good friends, he's mocking someone that has maybe one good friend, and other than that, he really has no real friends, you know. Why do people give so many fucks about that? Like, people are acting like having a lot of friends, having a lot of social connections is the most important thing in life, and I just strongly disagree with that. For example, I have plenty of friends. I don't have as many friends as most people, I think, at least, because everyone is always claiming to have 50 to 60 friends, which are still fun bullshit. But I have like at least 10 to 15 friends I have a lot of contact with, and I genuinely consider them my good friends. I just don't understand why people are mocking others. Like, I consider these people friends, but during a normal week, let's just say a normal week in February, at most I want to hang out with my friends once a week, because the rest of the week I'm just doing my own business. Like, I'm making music, I'm making YouTube videos, I'm working on my school stuff, I don't know, basically anything. I'm just doing something else, and I don't have time to hang out with friends. I really don't want to either. So honestly, most of the time I just hang out with my friends once per week. And what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. But everyone is always acting as if it's a bad thing to not hang out with your friends a lot. If you're not hanging out with your friends, you're not doing anything or whatever. And I strongly disagree. In my opinion, hobbies and just having a good time by yourself are more important. In your life, you always have something to do, and it's not always mandatory to hang out with your friends. And I feel like a lot of people are kind of talking like just hanging out with your friends like at least 4 days a week is something that's considered normal. And I just don't understand that whole thought process. And something I really feel like is a really mean insult is you have no friends. There's genuinely a lot of people who only have like a couple friends, maybe even one friend, one really good friend, and they feel bad about themselves because everyone's like, you have no friends, hahaha. But in my opinion, that doesn't mean shit. If you don't have a lot of friends, it can still mean you're living a great life. Like, I'd rather have one really good friend than 10 so-and-so friends. If I have one really good friend and I can hang out with them like once every 2 weeks or whatever, as much as I can, or the person in question can, because everyone has a life and they're doing stuff, I'd rather have that. And I just don't get why it's every age is mocking the amount of friends. Like, it's been like this ever since I was, ever since I was a kid. Like, back in 2005, I was about 5 years old, 6 years old. Is that correct? No, that's not correct at all. I was 8. I was 8 years old in 2005. Back then, people were mocking you if you didn't have a lot of friends. Then, 10 years later, they're still doing the same shit. Like, for some reason, people are thinking having a lot of friends means you've made it in life, and I just strongly disagree. I feel like there's a lot of fucking criteria to determine whether or not you're living a successful life. I consider my life amazing. I have a lot of hobbies. I have my YouTube. I have my music. I have my school. In summer, I am at the beach a lot with people I like the most in the world. My life is near perfect, except for the fact that I'm not making any money, but that's something I'm working on right now because I'm going to university. I consider my life fucking amazing, but there's certain people, and that friend was mocking me today because he apparently has 50 plus friends, and I could only name like 10 to 15 I'd hang out with regularly. And he was just, I know he didn't, he wasn't serious, he was just fucking with me, because that's what people do. But I still was offended somehow. And like I said, I don't believe his fucking shit. If you're claiming to have 50 friends, you're either lying to yourself or you're really stupid because you can't fucking maintain 50 friends. It's just not possible. And I can tell you, this guy, in about 10 years, I can tell you most of those will have disappeared because that's what usually happens with your so-called friends. Like, my sister is always claiming to have a lot of friends as well. My sister always has like all of these girls she talks to on Snapchat or whatever, and I don't even know what they look like. Like, I've never seen them before, and I mean, I live in my house, they're never coming over. Who the fuck are these people? Like, I guess it's just today's world where everyone is connecting through Snapchat and those kinds of social media. I just feel like it's fucking bullshit, and even then, you shouldn't mock anyone for not having as many friends as you do. I feel like that's just really stupid. I feel like you should just let everyone live the way they want to. What the fuck? How did that not connect? I feel like you should just let everyone live the way they want to live, and I just feel like you shouldn't fucking mock people on the amount of friends they have, because they probably, some of them actually feel bad about it. And like, I know my friend, he didn't mean what he said. He was just fucking with me when he said he knew 50 people, and I could only name a couple. Like I said, I could only name 10 to 15 I'd hang out with regularly, and he was and he was just laughing at me, he was just mocking me from, you have no friends, ha 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 ha. And it's stupid. Like, I've chosen this life myself. If I'd want to, I'd have a lot more friends. I'm gonna be honest. Well, a lot more friends. I'd have a lot more contacts, because I really don't know how I would be able to maintain any more friends than I currently have. Like, I have no idea how I would fucking stay connected with all of them, because I despise social media, and I have so much shit to do in my life that I don't have time to hang out like every day. So I wouldn't even know how to do that. But for example, if I went out, if I went to clubs, etc., I'd have a lot more friends, or a lot more people I know. And for example, that shit, I don't go to festivals, I don't go to that kind of shit. I just feel like it's a waste of time. And if I did go there, I'd probably know a lot more people, but I probably wouldn't even be making YouTube videos, because I'd just be busy with fucking Snapchat, Instagram, that kind of shit all day. I'm just not that kind of guy. I'm just really someone that wants to make something of himself rather than be dependent on others. And I feel like you have to respect that. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say on this topic. I just feel like it's not justified to judge people on the amount of friends they have, because first of all, if people have if people have a low amount of friends, that can mean two things. One, they either chose that, or two, they just weren't lucky enough to obtain more friends. And I feel like that's just kicking someone while they're down. And that's basically the main message. I just don't get why people mock others for not having as many friends as they do. And I don't get why it's a bad thing to not have as many friends. Like, if anything, it's hurting the person in question. And like, in my case, I don't even care because I chose that life. I chose my own personal life and hanging out once a week with my friends because I have shit to do, man. I'm a businessman, maybe. So, not really. Anyway, that's pretty much it. That's what I wanted to talk about. I'm not mad at this guy. I'm not mad at my friend, but that's something you shouldn't say to people. It's just not nice. And I will always wonder why it matters. I will always wonder why it matters. Like I said, I'd rather have one good friend than 10 friends I don't even give a shit about. And that's probably his case with his 50 friends. Ah, suck my cock, bro. Anyway, that's where I'm gonna end this video. Thank you for listening. If you only have 2 or 3 friends, then please just feel good about yourself. It doesn't fucking matter. As long as they're good friends, you're fine. I respect you. And that's all I wanted to say with this video. Anyway, it's time for me to get the fuck out of here and get some dinner. Thanks for watching. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one.